From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Now on KPIX 5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area, a police officer shot in Oakland. The suspect barricades himself in a nearby home, and the police chief says it's a sobering reminder of how dangerous the streets can be.
Good afternoon, Ellen Keyes.
I'm Gianna Franco, and Makovic joining us now from the live news desk with the very latest on the tense negotiations that went down this morning.
And the investigation still underway, but luckily both the officer and the suspect are expected to eventually recover from their injuries. Neither of them has been identified, but we do know that the suspect is a 50-year-old man. They are both being treated for their injuries this afternoon. New video in from the scene from Chopper 5. Police got a call at around 6:30 this morning that a man was walking around brandishing a gun on Telegraph Avenue. When officers got there, they say he opened fire, hitting one officer. Another officer fired back and hit the suspect, who then took off running and made it to a home about a block away on Martin Luther King. He barricaded himself inside, and police brought in tactical squads and a team of mental health experts to negotiate with the man, who then peacefully surrendered at about 8:15 this morning. Oakland's police chief says the department was fortunate that nobody was killed.
This is a sober reminder of how dangerous it is in the city of Oakland. How armed suspects will quickly utilize these firearms towards our officers, like we've seen in so many other cases. 100 homicides in our city. 3 shootings last night alone. The level of violence in this city continues to be intolerable.
This is Citizen App video from the scene of the barricade as those negotiations were ongoing. In addition to the gun that the suspect used to shoot the officer, he was also armed with a knife that he apparently used to harm himself. Now, the chief says that he visited the wounded officer in the hospital this morning and that he is, quote, doing well. Back to you.
All right, and thank you. And happening now, Contra Costa County's new proof of vaccination requirement is now in effect for many businesses.
KPIX 5 reporter Justin Andrews is live outside the 24-hour fitness in Walnut Creek. And Justin, were people ready?
Well, there were dozens of people waiting out here this morning before the sun came out, but some of them forgot their vaccination card is the only way, at least one of the only ways, they could get inside.
Everybody's going to have their own personal views to this.
No matter where you stand on the vaccination debate, if you want to enter this 24-hour fitness in Walnut Creek, your vaccination card is the only way in, or proof of a negative COVID test. Michelle Miller comes here once a week and loves the mandate.
It's less crowded, and then you also have less of a sensation that you're breathing in the virus from other people who aren't vaccinated.
Other indoor venues in Contra Costa County, including bars, restaurants, and entertainment venues, you will have to show you've been vaccinated too if you're 12 and older. If you don't, a negative COVID test result will do, but it must be from the past 3 days. For workers in these venues, it applies to you too. You have until November 1st to show full vaccination or test weekly. Health leaders here say the whole point of this is to reduce community spread.
You said you feel fine about it, but obviously there are some people who are like, why do I have to show this? Have you heard any of that today?
Yeah, I had some people saying that, well, if you already proved that I'm vaccinated, then why do I need to wear a mask?
The GM says overall most people were prepared and okay with it, but there were some who were not.
Some cases where maybe people have had that second dose, but it hasn't been the full 14 days for the fully vaxxed, or, people who were just unaware of the vaccine mandate. So we have, had to educate a couple people and let them know, what's going on.
I think in restaurants it's going to be even more difficult because here they have a database of their members, whereas in a restaurant just anyone can walk in.
And that database she was talking about allows your vaccination status to stay on file. So basically, here at this 24-hour fitness, when you show them your vaccination status once, you don't have to show them again. We're live in Walnut Creek this afternoon. I'm Justin Andrews, KPIX 5.
Happening tonight, Oakland Unified could become the first school district in Northern California to require COVID vaccines for students. Under the proposal, students 12 and up would have to get the shot. Right now, the vaccines are only approved under emergency authorization for that age group. The resolution would give students until October 3rd to get their first dose and October 31st to get their second. President Biden just kicked off a virtual global vaccination summit at the White House. The world leaders and nonprofit organizations in attendance will try to figure out how to vaccinate 70% of the global population within the next year. Natalie Brandt reports from the White House.
President Biden has announced the U.S. is doubling its purchase of Pfizer's COVID-19 shots to more than 1 billion doses to share with the world.
For every one shot we've administered to date in America, we have now committed to do 3 shots to the rest of the world.
The announcement follows the theme of global cooperation that he put forward in his speech to the UN General Assembly. The new vaccine donation works toward the ambitious goal of vaccinating 70% of the world population. But currently, only 43% of people globally have received a shot. President Biden is also pressing other wealthy countries to do more.
This is an all-hands-on-deck crisis.
The global push comes as the U.S. faces some criticism from groups such as the World Health Organization for planning a vaccine booster campaign, while many people in poorer nations have not yet received 1 dose. In fact, the FDA is preparing to announce plans for a Pfizer booster as early as today. Last week, an FDA advisory committee recommended a 3rd dose for older Americans 65 and up, as well as those at high risk. A CDC advisory committee is meeting today to begin its debate of next steps for boosters.
Given the types of immune responses we're seeing here, as well as the real-world evidence, this bodes well for the vaccine to provide substantial benefit to those individuals that are boosted.
Health officials must also determine what to tell Americans who receive Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines, since the current discussions focus only on Pfizer. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
If you're still waiting for your September child tax credit payment, you're not alone. The IRS says it's aware some families haven't gotten their payments yet. The agency says it's looking into the problem. Last week, the agency sent out $15 billion to about 35 million families. And businesses in some California communities can't seem to catch a break, with the pandemic to wildfires shutting down their stores. Recently, the Caldor fire has made it difficult for businesses along Highway 50. The fire stopping the crucial flow of traffic businesses rely on. Now that the highway is back open, owners don't know what to expect. Many say the recent setbacks will last for years.
Things were really booming coming out of COVID, and then we ended up having a kind of a slowdown standstill, about 10% down from the previous years.
Right now, business owners are requesting a multi-million-dollar grant to help with recovery.
Today, the nation's oldest living park ranger turns 100. Her gift, a school bearing her name. One Crespi Middle School in the West Contra Costa Unified District will now be called Betty Reed Soskin Middle School. The big unveiling took place this morning. Soskin continues to educate thousands with her weekly talks at the Rosie the Riveter Visitor Center in Richmond. The National Park Service wished Ranger Soskin a very happy birthday and is encouraging people to send their messages to her on Twitter using the hashtag RangerBetty100.